completed management report, debtors, channel manager. So your bookings.com is linked already.
We must just do, you said we must do CRM today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your bookings.com is linked already, and you're already getting bookings from bookings.com. Okay. Any questions on this? Nothing.
I just see, I just want to see, there was a booking from Marianne Jansen for the 1st and 2nd of January. I just want to see whether payment is received already.
Jansen.
2nd of January through booking.com.
I don't have a Jansen yet. You've got 9 bookings.
In 1st of January.
No, in your reservation list and all your dates, your total reservations.
Oh, wait, I must confirm.
There's 9.
I must confirm first. Okay. Because booking.com has just asked me to confirm. Okay.
Yeah. It won't come into QTB until you confirm the booking.
Okay. Okay. And then the payment will go through.
I don't know what your relationship that you've set up now with bookings.com. You can set it up normally bookings.com collect or hotel collect. What is the arrangement that you've set up with them?
I think it's 50% deposit and then the rest before they arrive.
So the full policy from bookings.com will be in here, but your setup with bookings.com as a property, you can say bookings.com collect, and then they take the commission and they pay you the balance.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, you can say hotel collect. It means you have to collect the money from the client. You don't have any paygate set up yet.
No.
As soon as the paygate is set up, no, the online payments from PayFast, look here. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay, as soon as the online payments is set up, the PayFast account will, if you do apply for virtual credit cards through bookings.com, they approve you for virtual credit cards. They can then send a virtual credit card to Q2B, and the paygate will process the virtual credit card for you when it's due. Any questions on that?
Alex?
No.
Okay. So only if they approve you for virtual credit cards, the virtual credit card will come into Q2B, and the paygate, once it's approved and they send us approval, we'll set it up here, and then the paygate will process the virtual credit card on your behalf. But your relationship with bookings.com, I don't know how it's set up, hotel collect, or there's Jansen now. So here they say they're sending you a virtual credit card, but it's a balance with 0. So Net, you must just, I don't know what is your arrangement with bookings.com. So there's 2 arrangements that you can do without virtual credit card approval. It's hotel collect, meaning you have to collect the money from the client on arrival. Bookings.com collect means they pay booking.com. Booking.com collects the money and they deduct their commission from it and they pay you the balance.
Ja, ek moet gaan kyk.
Okay, so jy moet net van dit seker maak.
Ja.
Okay, because currently you can't receive virtual credit cards because you don't have a paygate yet. Okay, so here they've paid partially. I don't know how they've paid you partially. I don't know if they made a payment to your bank account or whatever.
Nou wat nou partially betaal het? Is dit nou Jansen?
Nee, Alet Altus van Sail.
Ja, dis ook booking.com. Hulle het partially betaal, ja.
Okay, so that means you're on a contract with bookings.com. They collect and then they pay you.
Ek dink dis wat ek select het.
Okay, so then you have to, once bookings.com pays you have to come and record the payment against the booking that they've paid you.
Ek het 'n ding ontvang van Q2B wat 'n invoice vir hierdie Mariaan Jansen gestuur het vir 10,000 en iets rand. Nou, so uur terug. Mariaan Jansen. Soos 'n kopie van 'n invoice. Ek weet nie wie dit vir my gestuur nie.
Hierdie kliënt is 10,007.
Ja.
Dit is Marijke van Eden, dis nie Jansen nie.
O, nee, ek praat van Eden. Wanneer wil sy inkom?
Sy
Sorry.
Sy het geboek deur bookings.com van die 22ste tot die 26ste.
Ja,
Sy het die volle bedrag betaal aan bookings.com, so bookings.com skuld jou die geld.
Okay, cool. Okay, sorry, ek raak die mekaar met die Marijke en die ander ene.
Okay, so hierso, sy het per kaart betaal. Nee, ek weet nie, het julle die kaartbetaling hier kom capture?
Niks, ek het dit net approve en sy deur booking.com, ek was buite in die veld en toe stuur Q2B vir haar 'n invoice en ek dink sy het dit betaal.
Ons kyk hierso. Hierso, wie werk op hierdie username?
Ek.
O, so iemand het 'n payment create on Q2B. Is nie outomaties gecreate van Q2B of nie. Iemand het dit hier kom capture wat hier ingelak is op hierdie username.
Were you on the website this morning on Q2B?
No, this morning no. But yesterday.
So wat die stelsel doen, hy rekord alles wat gedoen is deur 'n user. Okay? Ons sal slegs 'n payment capture as jou Paygate geaktiveer is. Die payment is approved en ons capture hom hierin. Hierdie is 'n payment wat manually gecapture is deur hierdie user wat hierdie login details gebruik. En dit is net hy's op jou, maar ek weet nie werk jy ander mense op jou naam nie.
Ek weet nie, want ek was buite in die veld toe die vrou my vra, toe sê ek, jong, gaan net op Q2B of booking.com. Toe WhatsApp sy my, sy het bespreek.
Okay, maar sy het bespreek, maar hierdie user,
Ja.
okay, so sy het bespreek, maar hierdie user op die 26ste 10:42 het 'n payment gecreate vir daai amount.
Fok, ek weet nie. Ek is nou so die mekaar.
So, jy kan nie 'n payment create as jy nog nie geld in jou bankrekening het vir 'n receipt maak nie.
Ek was in die veld. So ek weet nie, wie is die een wat nou net, kom ek net gou kyk wie ek nou bespreek, is dit nou?
So, dis 'n bookings.com booking. So, dit beteken dit, as jy 'n relationship met hulle het, bookings.com collect, moet sy bookings.com betaal het, dan gaan hulle jou betaal, dan kom capture jy die payment hier. Jy kan nie die payment kom capture as jy nog nie jou betaling by bookings.com gekry het nie. Want hierdie is 'n bookings.com booking.
Ja.
Maar die payment wat nou gecapture is vandag, is hier gecapture manually. As ek gaan kyk op die audit trail wat op hierdie booking gebeur.
Dis reg, ek het gesê dis nog 'n outstanding amount, so create quote.
Nee, jy het 'n payment gaan create.
Fok.
Okay, so jy het 'n payment, so jy kan net inlog en daai payment gaan delete. Ons doen dit glad nie. Ons laat dit nie op ons username is nie.
Hoe gaan ek nou in? Waar gaan ek in? By haar ding en dan sê ek by outstanding.
Kom ons begin weer. So jy log in Q2B in.
Ja.
Van reservation list toe.
Ja.
Okay, jy soek op. Daar in die search blokkie. Jy kan Eden intik, jy kan Marijke intik,
Okay.
dan kom jy na booking in,
Ja.
okay? Dan sien jy nou, daar so, sê jy nou sy skuld niks, want jy het 'n payment gaan create, maar jy het nog nie geld gekry nie. Dan kan jy gaan action, payments, daar lê die payment wat jy gecreate het, en jy het 'n asblikkie, dan delete jy dit.
Okay.
Jy kan nie net op die persoon se woord gaan, jy moet eers die geld van bookings.com af ontvang, voor jy 'n payment gaan create, okay?
Kan ek dit op my foon nou doen?
Ja, jy kan daai payment gaan delete.
Dit baie vinnig doen.
Ja, want sy skuld nog die geld, jy het nog nie geld van bookings.com gekry nie.
Ja.
Okay, so hierdie enetjie, moet jy die payment gaan delete, dan hierdie enetjie wat pink wys, partially paid, jy met die amount, wat jy nou gedoen het met van Edensin, die amount wat jy by bookings.com gekry het, moet jy hier kom capture as 'n payment.
Okay, ek tog hulle doen dit outomaties.
Tot en met die Paygate geaktiveer is, dan kan jy dit outomaties kry en ook net as jy geproef word vir virtual credit cards.
Okay, so ek moet van salesinne ook doen.
Ja, 'n payment capture teenoor haar boekie. Selfde met Moketsi, wat van booking.com af, hierdie mense het aanlyn
Maar ek het niks daar gecapture nie. Hulle moet nog betaal.
Ja, dis rooi. Onthou die rooi unpaid.
Ja.
So, selfde met Moketsi, sodra jy booking.com se geld kry, met jy 'n payment gaan capture teen hierdie booking, om te sê ek het hierdie geld ontvang vir hierdie booking. Okay, is dit duidelik wat moet gebeur?
Ek is nou hier op my foon op records. Die amount 10,007. Ag, Jesus, ekskuus, ek moet net gou hier antwoord.
Okay.
Haai Marinda, ek is net gou in training. Ek kan vir Clarence bel. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, so op my foon gee dit my nie 'n delete opsie nie. Dis net date, time, card. Ja.
Okay, maar waar is jy op jou foon?
Record.
In Q2B.
Ja, ek is.
Goed, gaan na Marijke van Eden se booking toe.
Ja, ek was daar. Ja.
Jy kan nie nou daar klik nie. Dit is capturing a payment as jy daar klik. Jy moet gaan action, payments. Daar lê al die payments wat gecapture is. En daar is 'n asblikkie op die einde. Sien jy die asblikkie?
Do you see a dustbin? Do you see that screen that she's got there?
Yes.
Met 'n action. Ek is nou by action,
Payments.
payments. Dan gooi hy vir my net bo uit amount, date, time en payment type.
Okay, en dan moet jy kan aanscroll met jou, is jy op 'n foon?
Ja.
Okay, jy moet kan aanscroll. Kom ek gaan myne gou maak soos 'n foon lyk. Okay, so dis hoe 'n foon lyk. Sien jy daaronder is 'n scrolling bar op jou foon?
Do you see the scrolling bar here? Nee.
Okay, ja.
Nee.
Ja, dan verstaan ek nie hoekom nie.
Okay, maar as hier training klaar stel ek dit maar op my
Ja,
laptop.
so gaan doen dit op die laptop. As jy op 'n foon is hier 'n scrolling bar hieronder, dan beteken dit die skermpie is groter, so jy kan heen en weer scroll. Daar lê die asblikkie en dan kan jy dit delete.
Okay.
Okay, edit, delete, print of mail die receipt.
Okay.
Dan moet jy net die payment gaan delete. Okay, moenie payments capture wat jy nog nie in jou bank of van bookings.com ontvang het nie. En dan gaan dit wys hy's klaar betaal, meantime is hy nog nie klaar betaal nie. En payments wat jy wel ontvang, moet jy gaan capture teen die booking. As jy virtual credit cards doen en hy proses die virtual credit card, dan gaan hy outomaties die payment vir jou capture en hy gaan vir jou 'n payment receipt maak outomaties.
Is daai ene waar jy nou is op die pink, is dit wat klaar betaal is of wat nog geskuld word? Ja, dis
Pink is partially paid.
Okay, ja.
So jy het daai geld van bookings.com gekry, so jy met die amount wat jy van hulle kan kry, gaan capture teenoor die booking.
Okay.
Goed. Dan gaan ons doen CRM vandag, nee.
Ja.
Okay. Maar dis goed dat hulle al vir jou booking stuur, so vinnig. So dis 'n goeie.
Ek het al 3 boekings van hulle af.
Ja. Okay, so dis hoekom ek sê daai HDI, I wanted to get that completed because then you can get from the other OTAs as well. Because while they're waiting for that document, you cannot connect with the other OTAs and then you can't get bookings. Okay, so let's do CRM. So CRM is customer relationship management. What it means, it can communicate with the customer without you doing anything. Can remind the customer to pay and the deposit is due and all of those things. So I'm going to do one example with you today, and then you will decide what is your CRM that you want to set up, and you will set up more CRM. You can always, once you've set it up, make it inactive. Send me a mail and say, please go and check my CRM. That's what I want to accomplish with the CRM. And then when we're happy, we can activate it afterwards.
Okay.
So let's do one for accommodation. So that's your CRM profile for accommodation bookings. Okay, so there's your profile. Then you can start next to it. There's a little pencil. And you say, create my first reminder. Okay, the description that you're going to type in here is what will be in the header of the message to the customer. So let's say in 24 hours, you didn't receive the deposit. Do you want to remind the customer that the deposit is now due?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can type in a description. Afterwards, you can change my wording if you also want it. So we say time trigger. So after a status is set, so after the booking was made, 24 hours, it's an invoice status if they booked online. 24 hours after status is set, this is the status. It's an invoice. Okay, paid less than 50% or fixed value or deposit paid. Fully paid. So they paid less than 0%. Okay. Then you can also change the status and you can delete the booking if you want to. The system can mail you as the user. And I'm just going to grab copy from here. I'm very lazy to type. And it can mail you this message. You've got the customer first name, customer last name, and you can take out all the event name, will show accommodation for and the start and end date. And all of this, you don't want to mail it to yourself. Good. So the system can also mail the user and the venue. It can mail the customer, attach the invoice again, and mail the customer with this message. Not plain, paste. And it will say, Dear Henriette Krause, thank you for booking at. Please find attached your invoice, blah, blah, blah. And then you can now state to them, please note, we require a 50% deposit to secure your reservation. And you can make it, put it behind the block. Let's do your green and white font and make it bold. Okay, as soon as I activate it, I'm going to make it inactive now first. Okay, just to explain it to you. So if somebody books online and they haven't paid the 50% deposit yet, the system will remind them. It will send you this reminder with the customer first name and last name, the event name, the start and end date. It will mail the customer, mail the invoice to them, and mail it to them with this message.
So I must just go and fix the ek moet nou hierdie gaan ons name hier gaan inskryf.
Nee. These are variable fields, like I explained last week. The system will go and it will find the customer's first name. Okay. It will find the customer's last name. It will find the event name and the starting and end dates. Okay. So this will automatically run. That's why I'm saying I will not make it active for you guys until you've captured the payments that you already received. Because the minute you make it active, it's going to go through all your reservations, say, hey, this is older than 24 hours. I haven't received the payment. I'm now going to mail the customer. That's what CRM will do for you automatically. So this one, Janssen, the money is outstanding. I haven't received anything. I haven't received anything. I haven't received anything. I haven't received anything. No money. They will all get a message to say, hey, your payment is now due. Do you understand CRM? It will do it for you automatically. It will go into the booking. It's older than 24 hours. I didn't receive any deposit from you, less than 0%. Or you can say less than 50%. Or less than 0%. I haven't received. The system will automatically go and it will mail the customer, put their first name, last name, everything in for you, mail them this, and it will remind them to please pay their deposit. So we don't make it active. Once you decide this is what you want to use, you have to come back to CRM profile, click on the little pencil, and make it active. There, save, and go to the profile next to the pencil on the first CRM reminder, make it active there. The minute you make it active and save, it will start running. Okay, and it will do it automatically. Then what you can also do with the CRM, so now I'm going to link it to a revenue group, and I'm going to say, for this accommodation revenue, please use this profile that I've just set up. So for all accommodation bookings, it's going to, if it's older than 24 hours, I didn't get the deposit, it's going to send them that mail to remind them to pay the deposit. Okay. So you can also go and set up different reminders for functions. If they only book an activity, which they can't do, they have to stay in with you guys. And the spa and meals you won't use. So for your functions, you can go and create more reminders. And what reminders will allow you to do is you will be able to come here and say, all my accommodation, for my accommodation CRM profile, and only Sonette ones, or Alex, or Ketty, or all. Show me all the open bookings. And it will show you all the open bookings. It's not active now, so there will be nothing on here. And you can see what is the status of all your bookings. Okay, I'm going to go from here. I'm going to go into my demo just to show you the different options that you have with CRM. Right. So, yeah, so 48 hours before arrival. Now the client still owes me the balance. Mine is set up, which you can also go and do maybe if you want to. And you say maybe a week or 48 hours or whatever, your balance is now due. So you can write the description there. You say before the event starts, 48 hours or a week is 168 hours. It's in invoice status. You've paid less than 100%. So meaning there's still monies outstanding. Mail me. If you don't want to mail yourself, you don't have to tick it. Mail the customer. Add any attachment that you want to that's uploaded in your venue setup. Mail the customer and say your final amount is now due before arrival. Mine just says, please note your final payment is now due. You can make it with a background, you can make it bold, so it can stand out for the customer. And it will automatically see, hey, this customer is coming in 48 hours, there's an outstanding amount. Mail them, send the invoice, and let them pay me the final amount. It can do it automatically for you. Right. Then you can also send them the pre-check-in link. So that check-in that you're going to use where they come and they scan that QR code. There's also a check-in link. So you say electronic pre-check-in and confirmation. So before the event start, 24 hours. They've paid me now in full maybe, so it's in completed status. It's fully paid. It's going to mail them, and there's also a variable field for the check-in app. So you can also mail them and say pre-check-in here, so they can complete their whole check-in process before they even arrive. And this QR code is also available in the manual. Okay. So even before they check in, you can send them electronic check-in. If it's a quote, you can also say to the system, follow up on quote. So now you've made the quote. Then the system will go and see if the quote is 24 hours, 72 hours, whatever we want to. I can change it to 72 hours. It's a quote. Follow up on the quote. Don't mail me again. Mail the customer. Attach the quote. Include the quote. And say, we are just following up on the quote we sent to you. Please let us know if you're still interested to book with us.
Okay.
So automatically, the system will go and see. So Ketty now created a quote. 72 hours after the quote was made, the system will go and pull it and send the customer a message and say, hey, we're following up on this quote. Are you still interested? Then what you can also do with the CRM, you can say, no confirmation received on quote presented. So my quote is 350 hours old, 2 weeks. So you say it's in quote status. I didn't receive any monies from it, none. Please delete the booking. So it's going to change the status from a quote to deleted.
Okay.
It's going to mail the customer, and one of my bright students took my copy away here. So let's just paste this in here, and it's going to say, dear Henriette Krause, please note we received no payment on your reservation, and your booking is now cancelled. Should you wish to reinstate your reservation, please do not hesitate to contact us. So you can write any message in there. So what I did on this CRM of mine, I said, no confirmation received, unquote presented. So after I set the status, 350 hours after I made it a quote, I received no money, delete the booking, and notify the customer that the booking is now cancelled because we didn't receive any payment. Okay, so I can even do that for you. Why do you want that? Because now I go and book, I don't pay, then I hold your room, and to bookings.com and all the OTAs, it shows that you're fully booked. And in the meantime, you are not fully booked.
Yeah.
Okay. So it can follow up on quotes, send a pre-check-in link. It can go and change the status of the booking from a quote to deleted if you haven't received the money. If you upload a payment, like Sanette did this morning, even then, once you upload that payment, the system can say, thank you for your payment. After payment, okay, so after payment, it's in invoice status, no value triggers needed. Don't mail the user, mail the customer, and just say, thank you for your payment received. Blah, blah, blah. We're looking forward to host you and your guests. So it can do it automatically for you. That is what CRM can do for you.
Dan net gou die skerm daar, ek wil hom net gou afneem. Okay, go.
Okay. So the same that we've set up for you, okay, in yours now, you can just go and create more and more and more and more and more. But each venue's CRM is different and their policies are different. So all you can do is come to the CRM, create a new profile or CRM profiles. You can create a function one, and all your rules that apply to functions, you can set it up. You've already got an accommodation profile. Okay. And there's the first reminder that we've set up now for you. You can create more, and you can say create a new reminder. I'll do one on your setup, but I'm not making it active. So let's say this, we're going to call it follow up on quote. Okay. So trigger status is after status is set. So let's give it a week for quote. It's 168 hours. It's in quote status. I received no monies. Okay. I want to mail myself. Now, like I said, I'm very lazy to type. So I just go and find the information here. You can type if you want to. I'm lazy to type. I type the whole day. So I just copy this in here and I say paste. Paste, not plain text. And I say mail the user, meaning you as the user in the venue that made this quote. The system will remind you that this quote is still outstanding for this customer. In the description, the system will add the booking ID in there as well for you. So you'll always have a track on which booking this is. Okay, so mail the customer, mail me with the customer first and last name with this message. No payment received on quote. So I know I received no payment on the quote. Okay, and I must follow in the system is going to follow up on it. So quote, attach the quote for me and send him this message. Thank you for inquiring. Please find attached your quote as requested. Just then you can come and adjust my mails here. This is just a quick reminder that we require a 50% deposit on your quote to confirm your reservation. And you can highlight it. I like the highlight because it stands out. And if you don't want to use the highlights, you can just remove it. Okay. So this means if I made a quote in a week, it's in quote status, it's going to mail me, it's going to mail the customer on the quote, and it's going to send them this message. You can come and change the word to say, hi, we're just following up on the quote presented to you a week ago. Are you still interested in the booking? Please pay a 50% deposit. You can come and change the words in here. So that way you can set up different CRMs for your accommodation people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to go back to my demo because I don't want to create too many false ones on yours. What I always tell customers with CRM, let the system do all the nitty-gritty work for you. Follow up on quotes. Oh, there's a final amount outstanding and must be paid before check-in. Let the system send them the invoice and say, you are booking in with us in a week's time. We're looking forward to host you. Please find attach your invoice with your final amount now due. If the customer paid the full amount, the system is not going to send him that invoice and remind them because the system can see, oh, there's no outstanding amount on this invoice, on this booking. Okay.
Henriette, when do you think I must activate that 24-hour deposit? When the virtual credit card is when PayFast has been.
I think so, and also when you've captured the payments that you already received. Otherwise, those people now, they paid you, you didn't capture the payment, and then they're going to get and they're going to phone you and say, Sonita, are you losing your nut? Are you going crazy? I already paid you. Okay, so otherwise the system will start running. For your functions, just to give you a few ideas. So let's say for your function, you require 30% or 50% deposit. Okay, you can set it up after 72 hours. Mine is set up. I require a 30%. And I can say paid less than 30% deposit. Mail the user, mail myself, mail the customer, add the invoice, attach any attachment that you want to, menus, whatever, directions, and mail the customer and send them this message and say, your 50% deposit is now due to confirm your function. Then what we've also got is the SMS integration, which I don't think you guys will use. You can sign up for SMSs. I think I explained it last week. And then you can also set up a SMS. You can also do miscellaneous emails. Okay. So let's say, for instance, you want to tell the chef or Katie if a customer's paid or anything that, or Alex must know when a customer paid. You can add them in here in the emails. And then the CRM will also show them, oh, so this customer paid now. So it's a confirmed booking. And you can send them any message and say save. Okay, so as soon as they've paid, you can actually then CC Alex, Kitty, anybody in, yourself in as well at that bottom. So everybody can see, oh, that customer paid for the function. So that function is on. It's going forward. Okay. So even like I said to you, if you have a menu for them, if you want to say the final menu selection is now due before the event starts, 144 hours I've set mine. It's in any status that you're going to work in. Let's say you leave it in invoice, 100% is paid, but you want to send a menu. You can just say, mail the customer, send a menu, send this message to them, save, and it will automatically send the menu to them. So that is what CRM can do for you. Now I'm going to go in mine. I'm going to say all my profiles, or I just want to check all my weddings. You can say only my wedding profile and all my users that works for me. Generate the report. And this is what the report then looks like on the screen. Here's all my responsible users. So now I can say, oh, Sanet needs to know that they fully paid or whatever, or this is my accountant, and I'm going to throw it towards him. That's now his responsibility. That's now his responsibility. Thank you for your payment. Your booking is now confirmed. It all now goes to Niku. If I want to complete all of these, I can just tick it on top and mark it save. If I want to complete one by one, I can select one by one. So you can see all of these ones are completed, but now I want to complete that one as well. And I've got a lot of bookings because everybody plays around and I want to complete that one. So that little tick will just stop the reminders to run for that client. I can even make notes on them. So I can write a note here. So Kitty can come in and she can say 26 October. Sanet, I keep phoning this client for payment and no response via phone, WhatsApp, and email. So I cancelled this booking. Okay, make the note, click the correct mark, and you can throw it now to Sanet. So then I can go into this booking. I can delete this booking. And Sanet comes in and she reads her CRM or on the booking even. She can now see Kitty's message here. That's why Kitty deleted the booking, because this woman didn't pay. All the CRM notes on this booking will reflect in the booking and also on the reports. If I go again, weddings, my CRM weddings and all completed bookings, generate, and there is all my bookings. I've got quite a lot. Okay. So you can see everything that goes on. Was that now a wedding or a function? There is it. So there's it now in my report again, and I can see it's completed. And Kitty says she deleted the booking. That's the reason why she deleted the booking. And the CRM will stop running and reminding this customer. Right, so let's say, for instance, I just want to pull my own. What is I'm responsible for? All my profiles, I'm responsible for conferences, functions, weddings, all of these. And I just want to report on my own. And this is me. And I want to say I don't want completed bookings, just my open bookings. And there is mine. So now I can either work on screen, make notes on it, and I can follow up and I can make notes on all of these. Or I can say export to Excel. And it takes this full report for me on all my bookings. You won't have this many. Mine is just a demo and everybody's playing around. And there's all my bookings and each one status and deleted status and notes that I made on them. Full notes I made on them. You can even take it to Excel if you prefer working in Excel. Okay. You can also print the report. And it comes out horrible, but mine is a lot. And you will have a few on there. And Sanette will sit with Katie and Alex, and Sanette will ask, why did we lose this booking? Why did you cancel this booking? Why is this booking? Why didn't these people pay yet? And this is how each of your bookings in the system will come up. Remember, I pulled all my profiles, but you can do it per profile as well. So if I have to follow up just with all my weddings and just under Henriette and all my open weddings, I can pull a report here and I've got no open reminders. Let's say I want to do, let's do weddings and all my users, open ones rather. No, it's enough. Okay, so let's do on my functions for all open ones. Also nothing. Okay, let's just go and do accommodation. Let's see that. So these all my accommodation bookings, not functions, and these are all my accommodation bookings. And I can make notes on them. I can throw them to another user in the system. So let's say, for instance, Annette wants Ketty to follow up on the bookings. You can throw it all to Ketty's name, and Ketty can go in and she can pull a report on her name, and these are the ones that Sonette wants me to follow up on. If you sorted it out and I completed, it can just tick them and say that that one is sorted. It's on my completed list. And Katie can write in your notes and say, hi, Sanette, I followed up with the client and they will make a payment on Friday. Boom. And then, now Katie's finished, she can throw it back to Sanette. And Sanette can pull a report and she can see all the follow-ups that was done by Katie or Alex, whoever's doing it on your side. And that is what CRM will allow you to do. But the best thing about CRM is it will remind the customer that there's a quote and we need payment. It will remind the customer that a payment is now due. It will remind the customer that, or say, thank you for your deposit, your booking is now confirmed. It can do all of those things for you without you even touching a keyboard. And that's what you want to accomplish, to communicate with the customer. You want to keep on your communication with them. And also you want to get in your money and let the system remind them, you still owe me money to confirm your booking. Okay, and you want the system to cancel your bookings. If they haven't received money, you can see mine is horrible. All my monies are still outstanding. So you can let the CRM remind the customer to pay you. And once your pay gate is on, remember, you will have this pay now button on every document that you send them, a quote or invoice.
Yeah.
And they will just say, oh, shucks, yeah, in a week's time we're checking in. Here's the reminder, the outstanding amount will be here. And they can click on that little button and they can immediately go to the pay gate. Good. So what you can also set up then in your CRM, Sanet, once we set up your Paygate, I normally go to the terms and conditions and I set up and I say, please note on your invoice is a pay now button. You can utilize this to pay via debit, credit or instant EFT.
Okay.
Okay. And you can also use that in your CRM to say to the customer, on your document, there's a pay now button. Click on it and you can pay via debit, credit or instant EFT. And immediately when they go now, it says we're redirecting you and they go immediately to the Paygate from that PDF document. And this is what your document Paygate will look like. So they can do a card, they can do EFT, and off they go. Okay. Mine is just a test site, so I'm not going to do test bookings payments on mine. Yeah, leave. And then automatically, the Paygate, as soon as the Paygate receives that money and it's successful, it comes in and it shows the payment as successful and approved. And it will capture the payment on your behalf. If a virtual card comes in, the message will be in here, the virtual card. The virtual card will automatically then, if Bookings.com approved you for virtual credit cards, the virtual credit card is due today at, let's say, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Automatically, the virtual credit card will process at least by 5 o'clock. It will automatically process, put the money in your bank account, and it will do all that payment for you. So, Ned, while we're on the subject, let me just quickly follow up with, I'm going to CC you in with to Lukia. Okay.
Ja, asseblief.
Lukia,
Ja.
Sanet, follow up on approval Goshen test form. Nee.
Ja.
Hi, Lukia, please can you Hulle vat gewoonlik nadat jy op papiere gekry het, gewoonlik 48 uur, dan gee jy hulle approval.
Hierdie is soos meer as 'n week terug.
Wat jy vir die getekende goed gegee.
Gescan, ja.
Ja.
Sy was, so ek weet nou nie.
Ja, kom ons kyk wat sê sy. Okay, so everybody understands CRM?
Yes.
Okay. So what I would suggest, like I said to you, go and think about your CRM, set it up with Sonnet, and what do you want the system to do on your behalf? Okay? What's the most irritating work you have to do, and come and check and see all the outstanding monies and then phone this woman and trying to get this money. That's one irritation for me. I will do in the CRM. Let the CRM, the system, remind the customer your deposit is now due. Let the system remind the customer that the final amount is now due a week before they check in. Okay, so once you've done that, you've set up some CRMs, make them all inactive first. Then you can arrange with me for time online, let's say half an hour or up to an hour. We check all the CRMs that you've set up, that it's properly set up, and then that it's going to work correctly. And then when we're happy, that's when we activate them.
Okay.
So that's what I always suggest to customers. Okay. Go and think your CRM, set it up, and then let us check it together. And once we're happy, we activate it.
Okay.
Because once you activate it, it starts running. You cannot stop it. Okay. So that's the homework that you've guys got, is to go and think about what do you want the system to do on your behalf. And I'll create a new one, and it's easy to create a new one. Action, create new. And I'll create it here for you, functions. And I'm first going to make it inactive. Now you'll come and click on the pencil, create new, and create my first reminder on a function. What do I want it to do? Yeah. And then you can create more and more. And then once you're done, we arrange your online session. I check it for you and with you, and we see that it's correct, and then we activate it.
So do you think I must first wait for pay fast before I contact you for the online?
Yeah, it's going to make it easier, Sanet, because then I have the pay now button.
Yes.
I someone want to do it before we forget about it. And I'm going to set it up on this one for you. And this is in invoice status, yeah. So what I do, I always make this also black and white and bold, because then when the people open their PDF, they identify with the same button on the PDF. Okay, and that's what we'll also put in your terms and conditions, that they can pay this way. And we can make it stand out, or you can make it italic, so it can stand out and make this non-italic. Any questions what CRM can do for you?
No, we'll ask on the online one.
No, it's actually very easy. And I'll send the document to Sanet, and she can forward the document for you. But the only thing that you must understand about CRM is if you trigger it to do a certain thing, it's going to do it. There's no ways it's not going to do it. So if you trigger it and you say, follow up on quote, and you already did it, and the customer phoned back and said, yeah, I've made a deposit and I want the booking, please change it to an invoice, send it to my company as an invoice or to me, and I'll pay the deposit or whatever, and you don't do it, the system is going to once again go and follow up and say, and they're going to phone you and say, listen, Alex, are you insane? I already phoned you and I said to you, make it an invoice and send me the invoice. So if you don't do it, the system will still see it as a quote.
Okay.
So that's what CRM. So just remember, if I phone you and I say, listen, yeah, I want that booking, please send me an invoice. Okay, I'm going to go to one of my old bookings. And it was in quote. Now the CRM reminded me like crazy. Hey, you must pay a deposit. You must pay a deposit. And I phone you and I say, Alex, please send me an invoice. I'll pay you the deposit. And you don't do it. The system will keep on running because it sees this booking as a quote still. And I didn't pay any monies. So once I phone you and I say, please send me an invoice, you have to go to the booking. Say, invoice, save, send to a customer. Now the system is going to recognize this booking as an invoice again.
Okay.
Okay. And the CRM then on the invoice status will start running for this. So it will now say, okay, now pay the deposit. You capture the deposit for me, and I paid 1,500 Rand. And you say, it's paid by EFT, deposit, and you've got happiness, and I've paid the deposit. The system will now see this as an invoice, a deposit is paid, and then that outstanding amount is due. Before I arrive, the system will automatically remind me, hey, attached here to your invoice, please note your final payment is now due.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just keep in mind that you will always have to, if you get a communication via WhatsApp, via phone call to send a customer invoice, you have to come and change the system. And you have to come and change the system and say to the system, this is now an invoice. If you don't see it, the system will keep on seeing it as a quote. Capture payments and change the status of a booking.
Okay.
Oh. And any questions that you still have?
No. Thank you.
Not.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll send the CRM setup to Sanet, and it gives you a nice explanation on each trigger that you can set up here.
All right.
So the time triggers, when do I want the CRM to go out? The time triggers and the value triggers, any value triggers. Even if it's fully paid, you can send this customer, thank you, your booking is now fully paid. We're looking forward to host you.
Okay.
Even when a deposit is paid, you can set up and you can say, thank you for your deposit. Your booking is now confirmed. Okay. I will send her the explanation on all the time triggers, all the value triggers, and all the actions that you can do here. And you don't have to do all these actions. If you don't want to mail yourself, then just don't tick it.
Mm.
Okay. You want to mail yourself and remind yourself as well, the system will automatically mail you as well. Any questions on anything that we did last week?
Nee, wat? Not yet.
Nothing yet.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So the
Oh,
payments, we're clear on that. The payment you will only capture once you receive it in your bank account.
Okay, Alex just has a question.
You're
yeah.
welcome.
If you can just go back just a little bit, just a recap on customer indemnity.
Okay, so you've got that QR code. I've sent the document to Sanet, but you can always reprint it here again. Now there's your QR code, and you can laminate it and have it at reception. Okay, people arrive, scan with your phone camera. So they take their phone, they go to the camera, they scan the QR code. Okay, and they end up on this page.
Okay.
And only guests arriving today will be listed on here.
Okay.
And they will click on their name and they will check in. Do you want me to do a booking and go through the check-in app with you again?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes, just
Okay.
on you.
So your bookings are closed because we set it up for today. It closes at a certain time. So let's see if I can overwrite the system as a user. I'm going to book 1, 2 guests in. Next. And enter it. And now my booking was booked for yesterday. But let's see if it will allow me to make a booking, although your cutoff times. Okay, so now I moved the room to today. So I'm checking in today. Okay. So there's my booking. Because it's not valid for today because you have your cutoff times. That's why you see that gray.
Mhm.
Okay. Remember we cut off your bookings. I can't remember what time.
At 12, yeah.
Okay. So now I arrive. I can scan that QR code with my phone. I come to the check-in app, I click on my name, and I complete the details. I just removed my number from Google, remember? So I always have to retype my number, but if the customer's telephone number is in the booking, it will automatically pull it in here, but it still allows them to make changes to this. Okay.
Okay.
And then we say next. I can give you the date of birth. If I don't want to, I don't have to. We
Right.
cannot force it upon a customer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we say, welcome to Goshen guest form. Please take a few minutes to complete our electronic check-in. Next. Okay. Maybe we must make those buttons grey and not green. What do you think, Sanet?
Ek weet nie, wat dink jy? Wat's jou
Die
ervaring?
groen is nou vir my half met die blou background asof hy verlore raak. Okay, we'll go and make it grey now on the side. And then we just say, please read and agree to our terms and conditions and click on agree. Now they can read everything. Nobody does, but we want proof that we've told them this, né? Okay? And now they say, I agree. They sign with their finger on their phone.
Let's do it.
Next, they take a photo of their ID or license card. Okay, next. And I say, thank you for completing our check-in app. Enjoy your stay with us. Finish.
Okay.
And now it shows 1 out of the 2 guests check in.
So
Yeah.
another one must do it.
So now my partner comes. You see, the system doesn't know his details yet. Now he'll complete it. And he says, my name is Johan Carstens. My cell phone number is 079 965 65456. Okay, and my email is carstens@qtb.co.za. And we say, I don't want to give you my date of birth. And you say, complete, yes. Okay, and he says, no, I'm not going to agree. I'm going to smoke in those rooms. And then the system will just say, if you do not agree to our indemnity, unfortunately, we will not be able to host you. Please click on back and agree to our indemnity and terms and conditions. Now they have to click on back, and he's got to say, I agree. And he signs. Next, he takes a photo of his ID, license card, or passport, and we say thank you. Now all the guests today checked in, the list is empty.
Okay.
This is what you have to do tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's go into the booking. And now you see 2 guests arrived. You see they registered. And you want to pull that check-in form, that indemnity. I arrive, I fall, I say I'm going to sue you because I fall. Or I didn't know I can't bring my Labrador with. And I arrived there with a Labrador. Okay. So there's the full indemnity that I can also see online. There's my name and there's my signature.
Okay.
It's actually great, eh?
Yeah.
Yes, from the check-in app, it captures all the things for you. Okay, you want to see a copy of my ID info? There's all the questions and answers that I ticked on. And if you say show here and I took a photo, my photo will be there.
All right.
Awesome. Okay.
Thank you.
So it stays on the booking. It's never removed from the booking. So even, let's say, 3 months later, I phone you and say, Alex, when I was with you, I had a spider bite, and now I had 3,000 rand. Well, doctors are expensive these days. Let's say 30,000 rand costs with my spider bite, and I'm going to sue you. The lawyer writes you a letter. All you do, the booking is now in completed status. You find it here in the Red browser. You come here. Here's this thing. You go to the booking. Guest, Henriette, indemnity, download it, print it, send it to the lawyer and say, here's our indemnity, and the customer signed it on this date at our place, and there's the signature. We're not responsible for any damage, any harm, anything that happened to them.
Okay.
Any risk, you already, any risk, blah, 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 behavior, everything. Even if they get drunk, you can throw them out because here in the indemnity, she says behavior and noise.
Okay.
Good. So Alec and Katie, you must familiarize yourself what's on this document, Nesanet, because if a customer stops halfway and say, what is this? If you do get that one that reads it, you need to be able to know this information.
Yeah.
Okay. But the indemnity, the copy of the ID will always stay on the booking. Even if I go and I delete this booking now. I can go back. It will always stay here. And there's the signed indemnity still.
Okay. Yeah, that's great.
Good. No paper, no printing, no nothing. There's my partner in the room. Signed, his signature, his name.
So the guests must
So
always
if
come in.
Yeah.
No more meeting them at the gate.
Yes.
They must come in, do what they need to do at the manor. Then we
Yes.
give the key.
Yeah,
And-
there you go. So if maybe there are 4, 2
Yeah,
like
the kinders.
couple and the
Yeah.
children, maybe 2.
Yeah, they will complete on behalf of the children.
So they are on behalf. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. So
That must do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. And also if just remember, the system will not force you to do this and do the check-in. It's your own responsibility. It's your own responsibility to get it. But what if I do claim in 3 months' time and I want to force the venue to pay for all my medical fees? What if I now want to force it and say you now owe me money? Pay me. I've been to doctors, it cost me a lot of money. And you don't have a signed indemnity from me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you print it, you have to go and find that file to cover your ass. That's what they basically you're doing when people check in electronically. You cover your ass if they have any claims. And these days, guys, there's funny things happening in this world. I'm telling you, there's funny things, people claiming for various things.
Yeah.
So let's say this is a Jeanette. No, it's not this booking. Look, I saw Krause now. Oh, I've deleted my booking. So let's say let's do another one. And I'm going to do one this day. And then just so see, even if it closed up for you for from here because you don't take bookings after that time, you can still, if somebody drives in there now and say, hey, I had a tire that burst, can I sleep here? You can still make a booking for them. So only a logged-in user can manipulate the dates and times now.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to check the grey blocks now. See, as net die grys lyk vir my nou beter as die groen.
Ja, ek hoor jou.
Want die groen verdwyn nou met die blou agtergrond. So ek dink kom ons los dit eerder by die grys, dan pas hy aan by die logo. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So when are you going to try the check-in app? From tomorrow?
Yes, ons het môre ons eerste lekker slaap mense.
Lekker. Okay. Ja, die grys lyk beter. Okay. Okay, that's going to be fun. Het jy van daai dokument geprint?
Met die QR code.
Ja,
Ek gaan dit nou doen.
okay.
Ek gaan môre sommer 'n klomp laminate, maar ek gaan dit net nou vir hulle
Ja, vir
môre.
hulle enetjie gee dat hulle die QR code werk die beste. En
Yes.
as, let's say for instance, the client comes there and says, oh, my phone is flat. Okay, you can either give them your phone to scan with your camera and they can check in, or alternatively, open this on the laptop. You go to check-in, accommodation check-in, their name will be here, and say then please do the check-in app from here, and they can check in from here, from any device.
All right.
Okay. And you do get those guests. And so now I'm not going to scan now because my phone is flat. Try to force them to check in and say, okay, use my phone, or wait, sir, here's the laptop, please check in. You just go check in, accommodation check in, and their names will be here. They can click on their name and they can complete the check-in app for you.
All right.
Right. I just also want to make that ID now a required field.
Yes, please.
Picture. It's required. Picture. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. Yeah, and I think your check-in is short. It's not a long check-in with too many questions, so guests can easily do it. It's actually quicker than completing a form and writing. Yeah, so good luck with your first guests arriving tomorrow, where you can use the check-in app.
Right.
Know
Thank
where
you.
to go, yeah. You
Yeah.
know
Yes,
exactly what
yes,
to do.
yes.
Cool.
If they don't want to use their phone, you can go check in, check out. Let's draw a check-in report for you for tomorrow. So from today up until Sunday or Monday. Let's do until Monday. Apply. Who's checking in? Sort it by date for me and show me if they still owe me money. So you've got two, yes, Renette Costa and this booking as well. The same booking, they're staying over as well. No money's outstanding. If you want to go into the booking, there's a booking. And it's a betaal.
Yeah, dear
Yeah.
lekker slaap.
Yeah. So there's your, if you want to do the printout. And remember, if she checked in tomorrow, this is also where you can check. The minute she checks in, you will see all the check-in details here. The time that she checked in, all of it. When she completes the check-in app.
All right.
Okay, it will be on this report.
Okay.
Okay, so it's one client checking in, so you can easily test that check-in tomorrow.
Okay.
And they're nice people, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least if it's friendly people. If you get a nasty one, just smile and wave. But most South Africans, I must say, is always nice people. We're actually a very friendly country, to be honest.
Who is
Okay.
that book? Oh, Heman. Okay, 1350, that's great. The grey one. Wat is daai Heman se, kom is hy grys, hulle ten volle
Dis
betaal.
nog 'n quote en nou daar's hulle te veel betaal.
Ja, hulle het vir 2 aande betaal.
Okay,
So,
kom ons gaan kyk wat gaan daar aan.
ek het nou weer obviously gemaak.
Ja, sy wys minus. So jy het 'n payment gecapture wat te veel was dan. Jy het 'n 3450 payment gecapture. En
Ja, maar
hulle booking was net R2100.
Ja, want dit was net, ek het te veel aande en toe maak ek dit een aand minder, toe adjust ek die,
2 aande toe.
ja,
So nou het hulle jou te veel betaal.
nee,
So-
hulle het net betaal vir 2. Ek het hom per ongeluk geboek vir 3 aande en toe maak ek hom weer 2 aande, hulle bly net 2 aande.
Okay, maar nou het jy 'n betaling gecapture. Nee, kyk gou hier. Jy het 'n payment gecapture vir 3450. So hulle het jou 3450 betaal. Is dit korrek? Dan het Janet? Janet?
Is it network?
Can you hear me?
Ours is good.
Can you hear
Yours
me?
is fine.
Ours is good.
Maybe that side.
Maybe she's got load shedding.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Tikanaoneka mashasha tu.
What?
Can you?
Akana karata saini raja.
Okay. Oh.
Hello? Hello?
So just tell me when the guests come now, they scan with their phone, they scan this thing, this QR code.
Yes, they have to.
Then it will automatically take them to our site.
To our site.
You don't have to. And tomorrow.
Hallo?
Hallo Ingrid, ons
Ja.
het jou verloor.
Ek sê agtergekom dat ek kan julle hoor, maar julle kan my nie hoor nie.
Okay, nee, ons het jou verloor. So waarvan het ons Iman se meeting, se booking. Ek het eers die dae uitgeblok en toe klik ek nee, wag. Dis net vir 2 aande. So hulle ten volle betaal vir 2 aande.
Okay, maar jy het 'n 3450 payment gecapture en die 2 aande werk net 2100 uit. So wil jy die bedrag verander
Asseblief, ja.
per nag.
Yes.
So, dan is dit 1350 gedeel deur 2, dan moet jy hulle R675 ekstra vra per nag.
Nee, maar ek wil nie. Ek wil hulle net betaal. Hulle moet net betaal wat die rate is.
Maar dis wat ek vir jou sê. So 2 nagte werk uit R2100.
Yes, dis wat dit moet wees.
Hulle het vir jou
So ek het hulle-
R3450 betaal. Dis wat
Hulle
jy
het-
gecapture het.
Maar hulle het nie. Hulle het 2-1 betaal.
Okay, maar jy het gecapture. Sien jy hierso 3450.
Ek weet, so nou moet ek
Jy
dit
moet nou
verander.
die payment gaan edit. Ja. So jy
Ek
moet nou
sal.
die payment gaan edit en want jy het nie 3450 gekry nie. Jy het 2-1 gekry, so dan moet jy 2-1 hiervan. Jy moet op die ou einde met dit 0 wees. So jy het 2-1 gekry, so jy het 3450 gecapture. So jy moet gaan action payments en dit regmaak, want jy het nou
Ja.
vir die stelsel gesê jy het 3450 gekry.
Yes, ja.
Okay. En dis hoekom hy nog in grys wys as ek hom nou invoice maak, want hulle het betaal. Okay. Dan gaan jy sien nou wys hy pink, want hy's 'n invoice en hulle het partially hulle het betaal in groen, maar hulle het te veel betaal. As jy jou payment gaan regmaak, dan gaan hy op 0 wees.
Okidokie.
Okay.
Okay. Ek moet dieselfde met my ander ook doen.
Ja. Maar die payments moet jy gaan manage. Nou toe wil hulle net 2 aande, want jy het gaan verander, die payment het verander, jy moet dit gaan change, anders dan gaan jy baie goed hê wat so lê daar. En later kan jy nie meer elkeen se storie onthou nie.
Ja, laat ek dit reeds doen.
Ja. Want vanaand as jy eers op die ou ys gaan Jy kon sien nou net hoe klein rukkie, hoe kry booking.com 'n comment in.
Ja.
Okay, so julle kan, eventually kan julle dalk vol raak. Daar's iets wat ek met jou wil bevestig, wat ek sien, Edinburgh. Dit is hoe jy omskryf, nee.
Ja.
Okay.
Weet jy, ek het Expedia gejoin en ek is nou live met hulle van gister af, maar hulle het my verkeerde adres. Nou het ek hulle al ge-email. Hulle sê
Ja.
ek is in Kaap.
Ja,
So hulle kom nie terug na my toe nie en ek het hulle ge-email. Ek is so bang hoe kan dink hy gaan Kaap toe.
ja,
Want jy het nog mos Expedia. Ek het julle opgesit as my
ja.
managers.
Want Edinburgh sien ek, baie mense spel hom met 'n H aan, maar ek het hom juis gaan Google om te sien, val hy onder Free State.
Ja.
En daar's baie verskillende Edinburgh, daar's tot een in die Kaap, daar's een in Gauteng.
Yes.
So, wees net seker hulle link jou op die regte ene, om te sê Free State.
Dit's nou 'n ander ding.
Ja. Okay. Okay guys, so enjoy tomorrow. Alex, ek weet nie, het jy, yeah, do you see you're under help?
Yes.
If you get stuck tomorrow, you phone that number.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Now
And-
I think if I'll be stuck on that.
Okay, you go to help, and under help there's a telephone number.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, and then you just phone and I'll assist you step by step.
Okay.
But it's not difficult. If you've got the QR code, they use their phone, they scan, and they complete the questions.
Okay,
If they don't have a device or the battery is flat, you can go onto the laptop, go to check-in accommodation, and they can do the check-in process from your device.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Any questions that you've got?
Like on when a customer has booked in, then there are other items. Like for instance, the last customer who walked in, he indicated all the necessities, but there was no firewood.
Okay, so did we set up yours so they can book it online?
Yes.
Let's check.
It's there. I remember it was set as
Yeah.
expendable, something like that.
Let's check. I can't remember. Yeah. So they can add all of these. Food,
Yeah.
farm, breakfast, wood, charcoal, ice, firelighters.
Yeah.
So if I add it to my booking, that list that you have to print to see what extras do you have to get ready. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay, so once again, under check-in, check-out,
Mm-hmm.
remember it this way. Reservations,
Patience,
it's
yes.
all your reservations. Manage, how do I manage my reservations?
Mhm.
Check-in, check-out. So they checking in, my extra list will be under check-in. Because they're in the process of coming to check-in. That's how I always tell the students to remember it as.
All right.
Then you can pull the report and you can say, I want it for a weekend, add on extra list, summarize it by day or by time or by day, and it will show you if they checked wood, ice, anything extra as an add-on, it will be on this list.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's check your overall bookings if anybody added something else online already. So we'll go to the future, apply, and summarize it by day. So nobody selected any online items yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's jy sê jou website is live, nee?
Van Expedia.
Nee, van,
Ja, van Goshen, ja.
kom ons kyk gou. Ja, hi. Book from that day to that day. What do you have available? Add to reservation, check out. Okay, so it's definitely here. So let's see if I do this booking. If it's added to the booking. So remember, if you are a logged in user, it will autofill the information if the guests have been here the week before. But I am now online, so I have to complete my information. Okay. So let's now check in, log in. So there's my booking. Came in, I already received it in my inbox. Let me close some of these windows. I just hate Wi-Fi during this time in the afternoon, especially our provider. So there's my booking. Came in, everything. Okay, and I added on extras. So now if you go to the extra list, you pull it for those days up to that date, apply, summarize it by day. Okay. So I have one full farm breakfast selected, one bag of wood, one charcoal, one ice, and one fire lighters. And I'm staying in Ephraim room.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what it will look like if they add it on to their booking. So check-in, check-out, extra list, you can pull it and it will show all the items that they booked online and you can have it ready. Okay, any questions on that still? Hello? Hello?